What's going on, everybody? The hair's right here, the bro right here, the Italian Stalian right here himself,
right.
Mr. Joe. How's it going, everybody? How we doing?
What's
How we
up, brother?
doing?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah,
what's up,
yeah.
what's up?
Air
Good,
fist
doing
bumps.
In the abandoned parking lot.
Yeah, yeah. Our boy right here is doing it for the cause right now.
Joe may or may not get kidnapped on this, so
yeah, yeah.
just give
Dude,
you
that's
guys
what
a
I'm
heads-
saying. I got my live witnesses right here.
Yeah, 100%. All tape,
But I'm making
fucking everything. But we're here. It's the trio we thought would never happen, and it finally did. So we're very excited for that. And we love fights. Besides lifting and shit, we love fights. So yeah, one thing we do.
We're so alpha.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we're
100%.
so
We're
alpha.
just protein,
Fucking
fucking yeah. So this is a segment I want to introduce called fucking Fight Bros, or we could call it. I had it in the tip of my fucking head right now.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck fight instead of face fuck. We'll call it fuck fight.
Fuck fight.
Yeah.
Fuckfight.com.
Yeah, fuckfight.com. Yeah, but
Weird shit.
nonetheless, we'll get to it this week. This is a very stacked card. It's on
Yeah.
ESPN Plus. Main events: Tyron Woodley against Mr. Colby Covington himself. What do you guys think of that card? We'll go with Joe first.
I think, honestly, this is the most stacked fight night I've ever seen in a while, at least. I'm
Yeah,
trying to recall one I've seen more stacked. I can't think of one off the top of my head personally, but yeah, this card's pretty nuts for a freaking fight night on ESPN Plus.
yeah, it's fucking
Nuts.
crazy.
So, how
Yeah,
about that?
no, for sure. Well, I mean, when you first saw what was on it, what did you think? Especially because last week's card was, if you're a casual fan, you were like, what the fuck? From last week's
Yeah, it
card.
was pretty brutal.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what was your thoughts when you first saw the fucking
Dude, I was
card?
surprised. I didn't check it out till maybe a couple of days ago, and I was like, this is a fight night. Like I thought, like you could probably argue that it's better than the pay-per-view next week, right? Because the pay-per-view next week, it's other than
It's thin.
Costa and Adesanya, it's
Yeah, it's real thin.
it's Cruz and Blachowicz, but other than that, yeah, it's not that.
They were doing the light heavyweight fight too, no?
That's what I'm saying. But other
Yeah.
than those two
that's the
fights,
only other good fight on there.
yeah, it's not really that compared to
like-
this upcoming card.
Yeah,
I feel like this upcoming card is more well-rounded.
top to bottom for
100%.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, top to bottom. So I mean, being that we do here cater to a lot of casuals, I'm not gonna. We don't want to go down the whole fucking card, but we will cover some of the main ones.
I want to talk about that one.
Oh well, yeah,
Yeah, I
that
wanna
full,
talk-
of course,
yeah, I
of
wanna
course.
talk about that one.
But so we'll go ahead and start with Kazmat himself, Chimaev.
Chimaev?
Chimaev, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Chimaev.
I think it's Chimaev. I think.
Yeah.
So
It's always here.
it seems like he's fighting for the third time in 3 weeks. That guy's always fighting.
Well, in 3 months.
Yeah,
actually.
no,
3
yeah,
months,
I'm exaggerating, obviously.
No.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's fighting against another guy with a crazy name, Gerald Mersharit.
Mershart.
Mershart.
yeah,
There you go.
Mershart, yeah.
There you go. So a lot of people are writing, the first guy for sure. So how do you guys think it goes down, Joe?
For me, this one's tough, dude, because Khamzat's obviously dominant as hell, but let's be honest, those two dudes were freaking trash cans. Here we got John Phillips,
Yeah.
one-dimensional brawler, knockout power, no ground game at all, and then Rise McKee, who I think is a career lightweight, if I'm not mistaken, fighting out of a different promotion, who looked, that was a mismatch, 100%.
Yeah, he's way too small.
So we got Mearshart now, who's bigger than Khamzat, more muscular than Khamzat, a lot bigger than his last two opponents, and Mearshart has a nasty ground game.
yeah,
So, I mean, do I think Khamzat's going to still implement his game? I think so. I'm not super confident in it, but I think Khamzat still does his thing. Mearshart's no scrub on the feet either, but Khamzat's not either. Honestly, from what I've seen, I think Khamzat still has the advantage on the feet just because I don't think Mearshart packs much power on the feet. So I think either way Khamzat wants to take this fight, I think he should be safe. I think the only way Mearshart maybe gets this done is like finding a sub or something like that. But, I mean, the Russian wrestling is another level, so I think he should be fine there. So I like Khamzat in this fight personally, but it's going to be a tough test for sure. So we'll see how it goes.
No, it'll be one of his toughest, and I do think, and again, I bring this shit all the time. I put on my WWE promoter hat because I like the whole big money fight thing. If he does win this fight, I feel like they're going to push him super hard. because that, I mean,
100%.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
if he does win it, and like, yeah, you're right. You know, he did fight a few scrubs in the beginning, but this would be huge because he does seem to fight pretty frequently. And if he does win, the UFC needs stars, honestly. Connor's not around, and they're, you know, people are, you know, trying to be in that spot. DC's retired. I think he'd be a good guy to ride for sure.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
double booked, right?
Yeah. Oh, he is
Right?
double booked. He's
Yeah.
double booked,
Yeah.
which is a slap in the face to the other guy.
100%. Yeah, no, I know that dude's pissed off about that. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
yeah, I mean, Cosmo, he won his last 2 fights with like a strike advantage of 100 and something to like 2,
Yeah.
something like that. So
Ridiculous.
I mean, just the manner that he won his fights, they were completely dominant. So this is for sure his toughest task yet. I mean, Mershart, you see how many fights. This guy's a veteran, bro. Like, he's had over 40 fights. So for sure, he's a crafty veteran. I agree with Joe. Like, I think if anything, he would have to take him down and, you know, implement his ground game. But I mean, we really haven't seen like Chimaev get tested. So I mean,
yeah.
you know. But from what I've seen of him, like I mean, for sure the guy's a dog. Like he's gonna take it to him. Like
He's a beast.
and I just see.
That style.
I honestly just see Khabib like at 170 with better striking.
Oh my goodness.
That's what like.
That's
dude,
a hell of a comparison.
But I mean, those are those off 2
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I see. Like if he could do nearly what he did to his last 2 opponents with this guy,
yeah.
then you know that'll be a big statement fight for sure.
Well, and that's what I mean by shooting him to the moon. That if he does win this, I do see the UFC machine getting 100% behind him. I mean, you just had what's his name, Tekashi 6ix9ine hair guy.
Oh, Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley.
That's your boy, bro.
Yeah, and I'm being funny about it, obviously. But
My train's busted, dude.
yeah. Yeah, he lost in an unfortunate
Yeah.
circumstance, just a crazy event that happened. But I mean, the UFC machine was behind him, and the UFC wants to create stars. That's what I mean. I hope you know Cosmo can win it, just so you know, just bringing this new superstar up there.
What's crazy about that Sean O'Malley fight is that I think when he fought like Andre Soccer Mom, yeah, like he hurt himself that fight too, right? But he finished it. Didn't he like hurt his knee or hurt his ankle?
Something
Because I remember
that.
him
Yeah, I
like
think
what?
so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when, I mean, I don't know if this is like a constant like or like a nagging injury for him,
He's
but
fragile, dude.
yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then fuck, man, that's gonna suck for the UFC because that seemed to be like their next up and coming star
Yeah,
for
the,
sure.
the machine was behind him. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick on that, though. Real quick on that. What do you guys think? I'm talking to Joe right now. What do you think about Chito Vera? You think he's the real deal, or? And I know, like, the other guy's your boy. But what do you honestly think about Chito Vera?
I think that Chito Vera is the real deal because
Yeah.
even going in that
I
fight, I
agree.
knew it was gonna be a tough fight. I
Yep.
for sure thought Sugar Sean would pull it off,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Chito Vera is the real deal. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be contending for a title or anything like that, but he's a legit gatekeeper. I mean,
Yeah.
like dude, he's a tough fight for anybody. I don't
Yep.
see him winning a title, but he's gonna scrap every freaking time he goes out there. He's a good ground game, good on the feet. You can't really finish the dude. I don't think he's ever been finished, to be honest.
He has a
Yeah,
great
he's
story
already
too.
What's the story?
Oh, he's from Ecuador, right?
Ecuador,
And
yeah.
he
His daughter
came-
had
yeah.
a real bad disease. Just he had a scrap for everything. It's a pretty good story.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. It was obviously it worked out good for him. But yeah, I mean, the machine was behind. Sean
O'Malley.
Yeah, Sean O'Malley.
I like guys like that though, like
Yeah.
Cheeto, where they're tough and they could just scrap. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if they're constantly getting better, like you can't teach the scrappiness and the tough part.
Yep.
You could get better as a fighter, but if he could constantly get better each fight, that'll be huge for him. Like who knows, man? Who knows? Like he might keep climbing up those ranks and get closer to those top contenders. But I mean, if he just keeps getting better, but that's what I'm saying. If as long as you have that scrappiness and that toughness,
Yeah.
that could carry you, dude.
It can, and to Joe's point about being a gatekeeper, I think like if there's a advanced level of gatekeeping, he's it.
That's him.
Because he's not super old and like he's real good, but not like elite good. You know what I mean? He's just like
Yeah.
So
It's
I don't
like
know.
Brunson and Shabazian. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like how they were doing
Better mind
Alistair,
frame, bro.
but Alistair's been he won his last two, and they were throwing his last two fights. They were throwing them like up and comers.
I don't even want to get started with the heavyweight division, bro. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you better watch out, bro. I was just trying to get that 3 titles.
You know, I hope he does, but
Dude, that'd be awesome.
But with because just of his accolades, and he would be just having he would have
He'd be the
everything.
most decorated MMA fighter. Fighter. Yeah.
But to that point, if you have Ngannou out there, and it's hard, bro. That fool's too big, too buff,
Stipe too
strong.
fucking,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
Stipe.
It's scary power.
Yeah.
Stipe is the best heavyweight of all time.
Yes, but I do think Stipe's been hit a little bit too much as of late. Like, I think he's a lesser of a fighter right now than he was even 2 years ago.
So I know where you're getting at.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Okay, and we're way
You're
off
saying-
topic right now. We're way off topic.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
You're saying
Say it in front of Joe right now.
If they feed him Ngannou, Ngannou's gonna crack.
I
him under,
honestly
you're saying that?
think yes. I really think that.
He
Joe,
might.
what do you think about that?
I think that's what happened in the first DC Stipe fight, because Ngannou and Stipe fought not long before that fight. I think.
Yes.
I think Stipe got hit a little bit, and then that chin was a little susceptible, and then the night.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, dude. I think if he goes into this fight with Ngannou too soon, it could be tough.
Honestly,
He could go to sleep.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, legit, he'd have to wait, like 8 months, bro. Honestly.
At least.
Yeah, because he's had some wars with DC.
That's
and,
true.
I don't know, dude. Like I said, if he gets clipped with one of Ngannou's punches, like, for real, like, right now, that's not going to happen, bro. It's
He's going to sleep.
Yeah. But good shit. I like this. We'll move on to the next fight. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Nico Price. Another entertaining fight. Donald just seems to keep going. Doesn't give a fuck if he loses. Just keeps fighting. Joe, what do you think about this fight?
This one has me. I don't know. This is a tough one to predict for me because
Joe's perplexed right now.
That's a tough one, dude.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
I think this fight's going to be a lot like the Dos Santos Rosenstruck fight, where I think I could see Cerrone kind of being the more technical, better striker, kind of outpointing him a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I think it's just a matter of when, sorry, that when Nico Price cracks him. I think Nico Price is gonna knock out Cerrone eventually, dude. I think that chin's a little weathered.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And Nico got good power.
Yeah.
He's gonna sleep eventually. I hate saying it, but
When I think we all hate saying it because everybody loves Cowboy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, bro. And
You're a communist if you don't like Cowboy.
Exactly. You're not American
Yeah.
if you don't like Cowboy. If that does happen, and I hope it doesn't, but if it does Cowboy finally think about retirement?
I don't know, dude. Because I was thinking about the other night, and I was like, he has to retire, right? Like, what? His fourth
But he does-
lost, but dude, I don't know.
He doesn't seem like he wants to.
I don't think so either. I think he keeps fighting, to be honest.
Fuck.
Like if he doesn't want, you
Fuck,
can't
dude.
make him. I know, like it sucks because there are some times where we see him fucking get cracked,
I know.
and like he's been cracked before, and you kind of want him to be like, hey man, like you have all these other things going on, like
Yep.
just fuck the fighting, just make your money another way. Like you're the most lovable. You're probably the most lovable MMA fighter out. Like just use that. Say fuck this fighting and don't even take these hits no more. But the guy seems like he loves being out there. So, I mean, if he loves doing it, then who the fuck are we to tell him that he should stop?
I guess so. I guess that's true. I think just because I'm such a fan of his, I hate to see him like just keep deteriorating, and especially that Conor fight, which put on my Eddie Bravo hat on. People say he threw it, quote unquote. I don't think he threw it.
Oh, no,
I don't think he threw it, but it's just I don't like seeing him deteriorate like that. He's still a great fighter, but if we're talking about gatekeeping, I think he's like.
I was gonna say too, like
Man,
you're talking about
dude.
gatekeeping, like
Yeah.
that's the gatekeeper.
101.
Yeah,
that's-
the fucking gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's the one that fucking has the gatekeeping classes. He's
Yeah.
he's the head coach of that shit.
Yeah, for real.
This is 172, right?
Yeah.
Fight?
Yep. So on that note,
I don't know.
on that note, I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna say Cowboy wins.
They're both fucking really crafty though, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like
By-
They're both good
they're
dudes.
both really crafty.
Yeah.
Like they're both like real well-rounded guys. Wasn't Nico the guy that didn't he knock someone out like from an up kick? Wasn't that him? Or he knocked someone out like
I'm not sure.
I think he knocked someone out from elbows from his guard. Something like that, dude. I remember
Oh,
he had
I'm
like a
surprised.
crazy knockout, yeah. So he's
10 knockouts.
a crafty fucking
I honestly
guy, bro.
think you're being racist.
What?
No, just kidding. It was somebody else. No, just
Well,
kidding.
I was like, I'm so confused right now.
Yeah.
Race baiting Woodley over here.
Yeah.
Geo Woodley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Who do you have winning it? Who do you have winning that fight?
Is this going down as the most racist fight in MMA history?
Yeah.
Tyrone Woodley versus Kobe Covington?
Hold on. But with Donald and Nico.
Oh!
Yeah. Donald and Nico.
Fuck, dude. Probably Nico.
Fuck it. There you have it. Main event, though. The actual most racist fight in MMA history.
That's
yeah. Kobe Covington and Tyrone Woodley. If you would have asked me this 2-3 years ago, I would have said Woodley by landslide. I really would have said that. I would have been like, I would have every dollar I had put it on Woodley. As of late, honestly, Kobe looks really good. All the trolling he does and everything he does is, everybody tries to hate on him. He likes to make a big ruckus. He's a very good fighter, very talented.
Fight, man.
Yeah, once he gets in the octagon, he's not the silly guy anymore. He's conditioned as fuck. He's a great striker, good wrestling. He doesn't stop, bro. His volume, so much fucking volume. So I would, me real quick, I would say I think Colby beats him in the third round. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I think, like you said, 2-3 years ago, dude, I remember specifically thinking, like, when Colby and this Woodley beef were happening, I'm like, Woodley's going to start this guy. He's knocking him out at some point, second round or something like that's going to happen. Now, no way, dude. I'm Covington all day, I think, on this one. Woodley keeps talking about how he's going to let his hands go and shit. He's been standing for the last, 2 fights now, dude? Okay, let's see it, right? Like, what the fuck? I mean, but, like, to the point, if there's one fight that is going to happen, it's Covington, right? Where you think he would let his hands go, man.
True.
Yeah.
I got to believe it to see it first. I think Covington's just going to be too much pressure, too much forward momentum, and just grind Woodley out. And like you said, I think he either finishes him late or grinds out a decision here. I don't see Woodley winning this fight at all. It's a terrible matchup, dude.
Horrible.
He showed the recipe to beat Woodley.
Yeah.
Just grind the guy out, dude. Pressure, just smother him, basically. So that's what I see Covington doing here, just what Usman did to him.
100%.
Yeah, I think Kobe is just like gonna implement the Kamaru game plan. Like,
Yep.
he fights pretty similar to Kamaru,
Mm-hmm.
and we all saw what Kamaru did to Woodley. Like, the problem with Woodley is what I've noticed with his past 2 fights. He relies on that power. That power. I think his power left. Like, his power left way too much.
Yeah.
And he's just constantly backing forward towards the cage. Like, that's
Just
something
backing
that
up.
people have pointed out several times, and even his coaches in his
Yep.
corner be like, you need to get away from the cage. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they told him that several times in the corner and multiple fights. Gilbert Burns he moved up in weight, and he had Woodley on his back foot. And Kobe Covington's naturally bigger than Gilbert Burns.
Yep.
I mean,
Huge.
I think Kobe might wrestle him a little bit, but honestly, I don't even think he has to.
I think Colby's gonna pepper him up, bro.
I think he's just gonna just gonna piece him up on the feet. He's probably gonna get tired from all his volume, and he's either gonna drag him for 5 rounds, or he's gonna finish him like probably 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And how happy is Dana White going to be to see Tyrone Woodley get humiliated? Dana White's going to be throwing up fucking...
Front row.
Yeah, front row.
No mask.
Big old cheeser.
I don't think he likes Covington very much either, though.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. I mean, he was trying to trade him or
But
some
I
shit,
think
wasn't he?
likes Woodley less.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an argument about that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%.
If there's anyone that isn't gonna win this fight, it's Dana White.
Yeah, but
Yes, either way, dude.
but for sure, this is such a stacked card. It's on free TV for the most part, ESPN Plus. It's crazy. We're very excited for it. Love your guys' intake about it.